Why did I report it, babe? I watched it just like everybody else. Everybody else who watched it live is the same as me.
Yeah, that's right.
If I was there with him in person and it happened, yeah, I'd have to go to the police. But the police would have been in touch by now. This happened on the 18th? They've spoke to him 7 times. They would have got in touch with Lincolnshire Police by now. And they haven't. Because they don't need me. It's nothing to do with me in that aspect. I'm just like anyone else watching.
Didn't he meet him in the lift though? Wasn't the guy passed out in the lift? That's how he met the guy.
No, so basically, John was at the top of the stairs charging all his power banks like he was when he was in the tent. And then we heard someone walking up, so we was all waiting to see who it was, and it was that guy stumbling. Never met the guy. Yeah. The guy just wanted to go sleep, basically. The guy was, like, out of it. And John took advantage of him, slapping him, wanting to do shit.
Yeah. It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
I mean, I always look at it as well.
Yeah,
like,
not just that, Angie. He robbed jewellery off the guy and all. The guy was wearing a ring.
Did it? Oh, for
and he had the ring and all. That's on FYP and all. Like, there's so much shit with that day.
Is that ring that he's wearing now?
Yeah, that is the guy's ring.
Oh my god.
Oh. And
Maybe it's
that's going to be.
robbery.
No, that's. Oh, here's John Sheild's here.
Hi, I just want to say that there's a lot of misinformation being spread about this right now. This ring that I'm wearing, I got 3 months before. 3 months before I ever met that guy in the train station. And the only reason the police are still investigating this case after giving me my phone back is because there's been false allegations made. People have said that I essayed him in an elevator. So now that they can't find that evidence, they have to appeal for evidence for the public. And the one thing I will say, if anybody has the full recording of that, because clipped evidence has already been submitted to them, they're looking for the full recording, and they're looking for alleged recordings of me essaying him directly in an elevator. So if you have the full recording and you believe that I'm guilty, if you believe that I'm innocent, if you have the full recording, go and send it to the police.
Oh, so it's nothing else but the lift.
Exactly. There was nothing about the lift.
Right. Did you go and look back to the
people phoned and made false allegations, false claims about that event. That's why they're still investigating that to this day.
But did you go back to the tent and start saying something did happen in the lift, or were you rage baiting, or did that not happen?
No, that was false allegations that were made that night to the police.
Oh, right. So you didn't go back to your
tent.
And
the reason the police don't have evidence to take this to court is because I wasn't the first to make intimate contact. The CCTV from the train station that night shows that. But obviously they've had so many false claims alleging to other things happening, false claims alleging to me starting intimate contact, false claims alleging that I started sex.
That's what I was basically saying. I said he initiated it. He initiated the contact with you. What I saw a couple of times.
Exactly. We were both highly intoxicated, and I have evidence. I have evidence for that night. I had evidence for that night that I'd consumed over a litre of vodka. We were both intoxicated. We both went a bit too far.
You were intoxicated as well.
Yeah, I drank a litre of vodka that night. I was out my bingo.
I was going to say, because he initiated it once, or come in once, how many times it was, once, maybe twice, whatever. He initiated it with you. I just thought to myself, it could still class as essay at the fact he couldn't consent because he was drunk. But then it changes it if you're also drunk.
I didn't consent to him initiating intimate contact with me, which is what happened first.
Yeah, because you did. I'm not going to lie, you did look. I wasn't sure if you had something like alcohol, because you get giggling and things. I wasn't too sure.
I had drank a lot that night. This was a consensual, overly flirtatious conversation between two adults that resulted in nothing. I let him know that he was unalive because I started to sober up. I let him know that he was being watched by 300 people. At that point, he got up and left.
Right. If two people are intoxicated, it does change the case, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because I was thinking, well, he couldn't consent to you know what I mean? But however, if you were drunk also...
I didn't consent to him laying his head between my legs and literally motorboating my boss act.
See, I never saw that, but I never saw that.
Yeah, that's because that's been clipped out, which is why the police are now looking for the full recording of that full entire live stream. Because the evidence that they've got versus the CCTV that they've seen, they don't correlate with each other.
Oh, right.
Did
So
he consent to you slapping and choking him? He asked me to slap him, which I did. I went like that. I light tapped and he asked me to slap him harder and I said no, actually. Is that showed on the recordings? No.
Yeah.
Is that shown on the recordings that after I done that, he asked me to slap him harder and I said no? Is that shown on the recording?
I mean, listen, I would have probably got the guy home. Obviously, he was in a bad way, but I do get where the police are coming from if they've looked at that and seen two people intoxicated.
That's a lie. That's not a lie.
Initiated it.
That's not a lie at all.
And he's initiated.
Can I just say something?
And anyone that has the full recording from start to finish, which I'm waiting on my manager sending me back right now. Anyone that has the full recording, I urge you to send that to the police.
Can I just say something? When you were slapping him, John, it also looked like you were slapping him to bring him round a bit as well, because that wasn't just drink that he'd had. He must have had more than drink.
No,
to
he was
be-
actively engaging that. He asked me to do it harder, and I said no. I said no, at this point, I'm not comfortable doing that in public on a live stream. I said no.
I was more upset about him.
And
kicking your dog.
that's why there's hundreds of people that watch me regularly every single night that watch the full live stream from start to finish that know I didn't do anything wrong, that have still supported me ever since. Because they seen it from start to finish. They didn't just see a 15-second clip down video that paints me out a certain way.
So why is all this blown up, John?
Because of all the false reports that's been made to the police. There's been 24 false reports made to the police about me in the past 3 weeks. Roughly
People from TikTok.
about £50,000 of taxpayers' money wasted.
And that's all based on the lift, is it?
No, that's based on people making false claims that I was saying that I was going to do this and that, making false claims, said that I was bleepicidal just to get the police to come out.
Yeah, but whether it's a false claim or not, I don't know, because people probably did see what.
And that's the thing. The reason this appeal for information to the public has been made today is because all the false claims that have been made, they don't have evidence to support that. But obviously, if those claims are being made, then they need to investigate that to their full capacity. They've had my phone. They've had my phone for 3 weeks. They've been through my full phone. They've seen the recording from my side, and they don't have the evidence to support the false claims that are being made.
Yeah.
That's why they're making this appeal evidence. They have to do that as due diligence. And obviously, it doesn't really help me right now, but I'm willing to just go through this because the truth will come out in the end.
And have they taken your phones and then given it back to you, have they?
I got it back 4 days ago.
Right, and did they download it, find anything on there or not?
They've went through the full phone at this point.
They haven't.
No, they have.
They have, because you're saying edited, people that have seen you edited videos, but would they not see that on your live because you were live? So wouldn't they just find it from there?
No, I got banned for that live, so it won't let me download it. That's why I've reached out to my manager asking him to get it, because he can get it.
Oh, I see, right. Because if you don't know, guys, if you get banned, you can't actually pull off the full recording. Right. So you're just waiting for hopefully someone has recorded the whole live of that then.
Exactly, and I implore anybody that recorded that full live stream from start to finish, no cuts, no edits, if you believe that I'm guilty, send that on to the police.
Yeah. So basically, you met this guy who's intoxicated. You were also intoxicated. He initiated, which we did see initiated once or twice, I think. I don't know. But
yeah, and then we were both intoxicated. We had like an indecent conversation with each other, which probably shouldn't have been shown on the internet. That's all that happened.
Right. Yeah.
And then it got to the point where I started to feel bad because he didn't know that it was on a live stream, and then I let him know that it was on a live stream in front of 300 people, and then he got up and he went home.
Right. Yeah. Right. So basically, they're just investigating the lift then.
Exactly, they have to.
Right.
And that's them doing their due diligence.
Listen, I know people are saying lie, but I don't know what the police are investigating, but however, it's in the papers as well, man.
Listen, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. You've got to give him that.
Yeah, I think if you've got
They won't though,
people,
because people are just desperate for me to be found guilty of something.
I think if you've got two intoxicated people, it does make it a lot different when you both have made that initiated things, both have said things. It does make things a lot different. But I just feel that he was more passed out. Do you know what I mean? Where you were kind of upright.
I have a video of me literally like nearly falling asleep an hour previous to that because I was that drunk. That is the most I drank this full entire year.
Yeah. Right. Okay. All right then. Well, thank you for explaining that. Then.
And obviously, I don't expect anybody to believe what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, the truth will come out in the end.
So if anyone has got that whole video, listen. I know some people are saying that he's lying, and listen, I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you're not. But if anyone does have that full video or full screen recording of that live with John Shields, yeah.
Yeah, please send that in, because at this point they've only received shortened, clipped down, edited videos.
And the videos that they have seen, they because they can tell whether it's edited, right?
Exactly.
But wait a minute, people were saying they were live watching you. They saw, I don't know if we're people on the whole live.
I watched it. I watched it all.
Right. From beginning to end.
Yeah.
And then is it true what John Shields is saying?
Yeah, but the guy was more out of it than what John was. Do you know what I mean? He was laying all over John. Do you know what I mean? And
does the whole video match the video that's been put out?
It was coherent and responding the whole way through, though.
It does match it. Yeah.
It does, but however, John, you said the police are saying it doesn't match what the CCTV.
Exactly, because the video insinuates that I was the first one to initiate intimate contact when I wasn't.
Right, but the CCTV.
Him laying his head between my legs and moving it side to side, which obviously you know what's underneath his head at that point. That is the first point of intimate contact.
Right. See, I have not seen that bit, and that shows
exactly. Nobody's seen that bit because they refuse to show it because that doesn't fit their narrative.
Yeah. And on the CCTV, that's what it shows.
Yeah, it's shown on the CCTV. There was a CCTV camera pointed at both of us the whole time.
So basically, John isn't saying it's actual edited. What he's saying is clipped down, so you don't see the whole thing. You don't see all of it. You only see I don't know, is it 3 minutes of it? Maybe, I don't know. So you don't see the whole live as to what happened with the man. So it's not exactly edited, guys. It's just.
It was quite uncomfortable though, John. You've got to admit, because when Jack was saying to you, leave him alone. You was like, oh, he's coming on to me.
But that's the thing. At the same time, you just didn't see that he was literally motorboating.
I watched it all, John.
That's what you don't see. That's what you don't see. He was moving his head back and forward against my private parts.
Yeah.
At that time. Which is the only reason that I felt comfortable to engage with him in that kind of respect.
The truth, one second, Mad Gagger, the truth is, if the police aren't investigating that, I'm not saying they are, they're not, I don't know, but this is why what you're going, John. They're not investigating it, so they're not seeing it as they say. That's the police aren't seeing what we have seen as they say. They're investigating the lift. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but if it's true, the police are not investigating.
So a screenshot just now, for a second.
They've seen it as in two people that are drunk. They both made comments to each other.
Yeah, but there was probably no CCTV working in the lift. That's probably why.
We were never in the lift. That's why they have to try and look for this footage of us in the lift. It never happened because people phoned up and lied and said that it did.
All right.
Right, but they didn't base it on what you said, have they? Because you haven't gone live and said something happened in the lift, no?
No, that was made up.
Right, because I've not seen a video of you talking about.
I don't know if this will show properly.
Right.
But look, that's what my lawyer said. He said, do nothing, say nothing. They're appealing for information because they don't have enough evidence. That's it. That's what my lawyer said today.
But just because I don't have enough evidence don't mean it didn't happen, though. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean it didn't.
Oh my God, get me off the big box, Angie Hen.
Yeah, sorry. Just because just because it didn't, because they haven't got enough evidence doesn't mean it didn't happen, though.
No, the reason they have to appeal for more evidence is because they've received so many false claims. They've been told that we were in the elevator. They've been told that stuff happened that didn't happen. Do you get what I mean? So obviously they have to fully investigate that, and if they can't find that evidence on my phone, they've got to make an appeal to the public, any witnesses, because they've been told stuff that hasn't happened.
Right. Well, if anyone's got that full recording, and
exactly. If anybody's got the full recording, I'm still trying to get the full recording right now.
Huh?
I'm still trying to get the full recording right now.
Yeah, well, if anyone's got that full recording, that's what they want. But if there's CCTV, do they not have the full recording on there?
Yeah, but the CCTV in the train station doesn't include the audio.
Oh, right. So you want the audio?
Yeah, they want the audio from start to finish. because
Right.
the CCTV doesn't correlate with what.
Right, I've got to
with what
go,
people
guys,
said.
by the way. I've got to go. Can you take me out of the box?
No problem. One sec.
Bye-bye.
Right, so have you heard back from the have you heard from the police recently then? Have they said anything or you just got this article?
No, they gave me my phone back next week, and at that point, I thought it was over and done with. And then this appeals came out this morning.
Oh, they give it, you haven't got it back then, the phones, they give it back to you next week.
And what you don't understand, see that edited clip that says when he says no, right? That's when I asked him if he wanted this, and he said no, I want to bleep you. And they've conveniently cut that down exactly the bit where he says no. That is why the police are wanting the full recording.
Right, and the police can tell that, by the way, because they have experts checking, you know, people.
Exactly, they're not stupid.
Edited, they know all about that.
If they thought this was at the level where it was going to go to court, I wouldn't have got my phone back.
Andrew's just lied. He said he gets his phone back.
I know, I was
next
just
week.
going to ask him that, Jack.
He's saying
I've got my phone back.
times.
I think, Jack,
I have my phone back. This is my phone.
You just said you didn't. You just lied. It's on
No, I
screen.
didn't. I
You just
said I
said you
wouldn't
got your
have.
phone back
I
next
said I
week.
wouldn't have got it back in the first place if there was any chance of that going to court at that point in the investigation. Because if they had a feeling that it was going to go to court, they wouldn't have given it back.
I'm pretty sure before that you said, when I asked you if you got your phones back, you said yes.
Yes, look, you can tell the other phone that I was going live on. Where the fuck is it?
You said they give it back next
The
week.
other phone that I was going live on was this, a fucking Android for 15
You
years
said
ago.
next week.
You can tell that I got my phone back.
Yeah. But you just said just now, John Shields, that you get your phone back next week.
No, I didn't. I said I got it back last week.
You got it back last week.
I got it back between 4 and 6 days ago.
Right. I'm pretty sure you said next week. But...
I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, I might have misheard that then. I'm not saying you didn't. I might have misheard it. No, he got it. He said he got it back. Right.
Look, anybody that watches me can tell that I've got it back. The quality of my live stream has fucking tripled. Because at that point, I was on this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's your phone there anyway, because they would have taken all your devices, didn't they?
Exactly.
I would have thought maybe not though.
At this point, they've took this phone that I'm streaming on right now. They took that, they investigated, they went through it for 3 weeks. They didn't find anything that suggested a live stream of me in an elevator with him that never happened, that people alleged that did happen, and they've given it back.
Yeah. Someone just asked you, I can't say the whole word because I don't get banana, but did you CHOKE him? I never saw that, but I'm not wrong.
No, we had lightful, playful, that's that. And then he asked me
How
to
is
do it.
that like full
And
play
then
when
and then he asked me to
choking
do it
him?
harder, and I said no.
I think the only difference here, he was more intoxicated and he was pretty much passed
I
out.
drank a litre of vodka. I've got a video of me literally half an hour before I went to the train station sitting on it live. Like this, barely able to
Why did you
stand
show
up.
that video then? Because I was on that live with you. You wasn't drinking when I was on that live with you. Why didn't you show that video with your other phone then? Put your hotspot on.
I'll need to send it to my other phone, 2 seconds.
Declare your name. Show everyone.
Right, you want to see how intoxicated I was that night?
I'm just ordering something.
Download my live. The account what I was on, doll, has been permanently banned now. What I was on when I was on live, so I can't download the live because that account got permanently banned.
Two seconds.
Alright.
And have the police spoken to this poor man?
Did the police speak to you when you falsely accused me of essaying you in a bathroom that you were never inside because I kicked you out the bed, Jack? The same way you falsely accused your dad of essay, which your mum came on and told everybody was lies.
She didn't, oh, John. And John, you did essay me on my lap. I've always said that. Just like we both touched each other, but it is essay you essay.
When he was in my hotel room, it was on live from start to finish. And
It's not about me, John. This is about you being in national newspapers. You're in national newspapers
I told him that I wasn't interested in him, and then he took a hit and went home, and then accused me of essay the next day.
National newspapers.
He's horrible.
National news.
People like him.
You know there's
it's
a
people
beast.
like him. It's people like him that talk all these lies.
I'm not in
about me.
national newspapers for being a beast. I'm in national newspapers looking at it.
What about all the posters? What about all the posters all around Nottingham?
That was for a carrot, darling.
One sec, guys. One sec, Jack. Can I ask you a question, John?
I ain't been arrested.
What about the comment you made about the school?
School?
Yeah, when you said about GUNs and all.
I ain't made a comment about any school.
That was
you
part
did,
of a
Jack.
wider conversation. That was part
Yeah,
of a
John,
wider
he did. He said he was going to go in a school
Yeah,
with
be
the
careful what you
guns
say
and
there,
those
Jack. You
American
get banana.
kids.
No, I did not. That was part of a wider conversation about how people that are mentally unstable with bipolar, anybody that's done mentally unstable, been violent before, shouldn't have access to guns in America, especially teenagers that are being widely bullied. And then I made reference to the fact that when I was a teenager and I was slicing and dicing, right, at one point I hated the world. And I referenced the fact that at that point, if I had access to a lethal weapon like that, I could have went and done something stupid. It was part of a wider conversation. Something else that's also been chopped down to push a narrative.
Yeah, Havana, Angie, you're wrong if having people like this in your life. Well, I like to listen to both.
Is it just how your sister come forward and
I like to
accuse
listen
you of
to both
saying her,
sides.
John?
No,
And
it's
that's
the
why
other
none
way
of your
around.
family talk to you. That's why
It
your
was the
sister,
other way
your
around,
brother
actually,
speak to your
Jack.
mum. That's why none of your family have no to do you. That's why you got put in care, wasn't it,
It was
John?
the other way
Because
around.
your
I was
sister said
essayed
you
at
essayed
13 and
her.
never spoke about it until I was 25, actually.
That's why all your family disown you, darling. That's why you don't have Christmas on your own, you do, babe. You have Christmas on your own because all your family disown you. Because
Right, this
your
is,
sister.
right, as it says on that article, this is the live from
Being in national
1808,
newspapers for doing stuff like that,
2025,
wow.
2026, like 8:30 at night. So this happened at 10:30. This was me at 8:30 that night. Andrew, put me on big screen.
One sec.
This was how drunk I was that night.
What time does it say on your phone there when you were playing there this time? Sure, that was after.
Angie, I have to go off a little off topic, but you're missing a great rally that only Tony official. It's anti-Trump protest. And it's all Palestinian flags, and Tony's showing it.
All right, thanks, Christine.
All right, see ya.
Bye. Oh. But how long? Yeah, but I mean, were you drinking long after the man left, though?
I was drinking right until I got to the train station.
So
That's
you're
happened
blaming
again
being
earlier,
drunk
like,
as
there's a
saying.
load-
So do you think it's
there's a little one.
acceptable as saying a guy when you're drunk then? So you're
That
blaming
wasn't
alcohol
SA.
as saying a guy?
That wasn't SA.
So that's an excuse. All the women what go through DV and get strangled.
But the thing
you're
is, though,
blaming
Jack.
alcohol.
The thing is, Jack. If the police aren't investigating it for SA and they're only investigating the lift of what people reported, the police are also saying it's not SA. You know what I mean?
That's how drunk I was that night.
Imagine being in national
I
newspapers.
couldn't even put the
for
phone
being a
in the
beast.
fucking ring light.
I mean,
You know what I should
that's
know?
18th, 8th, 2025, 2026. That live stream lasted 51 minutes.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. At first, I didn't see it as SA, but I watched it again and I thought, well, the guy was passed out. Do you know what I mean? But you said you're also drinking yourself.
And that live is literally just me drunk at my face in the background. Most of it. That video was disgusting. You didn't see the before and after. You didn't see the start to finish. People that watch me, that watch the start to finish, defend me and say that I've done nothing wrong. And they're good people. If I'd actually done something that was wrong, they wouldn't be defending me. They wouldn't be attaching their name to defending me. Let's be serious. It's just
I mean,
a bunch
I've
of people.
already
It's just a bunch of people that don't like me and have wanted to see me sent down and cancelled for something. For
You
so
don't
long.
get in national newspapers for SHing someone for nothing.
Then
You
why
made-
does
you
my lawyer?
made
Why does my
headlines
lawyer
saying
say that we
guy.
don't have enough evidence?
Live
and that's why
streamer.
they're doing
That's
that?
so happen.
Still, Jack. One sec, still,
You
Jack.
don't
still
happen,
under
you don't make
investigation.
headlines for saying someone for nothing.
Yeah, but you know, so Jack, can I just say the reason why it's in the papers though also is because they're appealing for witnesses.
And yeah, I wanted to well, I don't even want to talk to him because Scotland don't claim him at all. But
Right.
our news up in Scotland tonight is 6 p.m. He's all over it, Angie. If you actually look into this guy, the things he's said, does, and for weeks on end, I know it's changing the subject, but that wee poor dog he's got as well, he's begging on like TikTok, asking for money to take the dog to the vet and whatever. He doesn't do anything. He's just a complete and a liar. That's all he is, a liar, Angie. I know you were saying, okay, but that guy that night was extremely drunk. Now he's saying he was. And if that had been a family of mine or my brother, I wouldn't have been sitting back and just watching him doing that. Do you know what I mean? He needs to be taking the full road. So he's saying he's got his phone back, but he told you next week. But he said, no, I got it.
I was going to actually replay that because I thought he said next week.
Then I think he thinks now, oh, because I've got my phone back, that, like, let's just forget about it. Now, I give Jack his due. Everybody's coming in the chat at Jack saying, why didn't you do it? You do it. Well, there was still, everybody else was watching it. You just can't come at Jack.
And I was the one on the live saying stuff. I was saying stuff to John that night and all.
Yeah, no, I seen you, Jack. And at the end of the day...
I watched it just like anybody else.
Exactly, but as you say, you're not on here, Jack. I'm not. But so they're all going to come at you saying, oh, why didn't you phone? Why didn't you do that? But as in there was other people all watching it. But at the end of the day...
And if you carry on watching it, he started having a go at me when I started saying stuff and all, and started being horrible to me.
But then he's just came at you again as well, and then changed the subject.
Can I ask you a question, Blue Eyes? Because he's already gone. I was going to ask him this question. Do you think he's played on being drunk to try to say that he was intoxicated as well? Do you think it's that maybe have told him to say this?
1,000,000,000%.
Thank you, guys.
Because it does change things, and it does change things. And I'm not talking about my opinion. I'm talking about the law where two people were intoxicated. Do you know what I mean? And there's comments being made by both sides. It could change the case, right? So that was my question. Do you think he's put that on? Saying he was drunk when he really wasn't?
Yeah. I mean, like when you see him in that train station, and honestly, I get okay. I'm not hanging anybody that drinks. Okay, people are now writing in the comments, Jack's done this and Jack's done that. We're not on about Jack. This is
I've never been in papers for essaying someone. I've never essayed someone. I've done many things and said many things, but I've never ever essayed anyone and been in papers for that. Absolutely not.
And it's now, I think he seems to, his lawyer said that, and now because he's got his phone back. Be realistic, Angie, you're a big creator on here. You're not going to get put on the news for absolutely nothing.
But I think he was put on the news because they were appealing for witnesses.
No, but it's back on tonight as well, yeah. So if the police, he said to you there, nothing's getting done. I've got my phones back. Basically, it's done with. It's not done with because it's back. It's on the news tonight in Scotland.
It's an ongoing investigation.
Yeah, do you think that he's lied when he said they're investigating just the lift bit? Do you think they're investigating the whole thing?
Of course they would need to, investigate the whole lot.
Guys, I just play devil's advocate. I'm a host, so I've got to be careful what I say, especially with a police case. I can't sit and say, you're guilty, you're not guilty. I can't say that because I could bloody get in trouble. Do you know what I mean? This is an investigation. So as a host, I have to play devil's advocate. I can't say you're or I can't go the other way. Do you know what I mean?
No, I totally understand where you're getting it. You have to watch your words. But, like when you see anything on TikTok, we could sit and say, I watch you every night, Angie, and then you've got Canadian Angie, and then you've the Evil Queen, and they're all coming in at you. But I know you could probably turn around and say at the end of the day, you're this and that, but you can't because you're a creator. So then you would get your account or somebody coming. I get it, but at the end of the day, John Sheild and I can't remember her name. She's on. He goes on with her as well, and she's another low down from Scotland and all. I mean. I don't even want to say it, but all I'm going to say is, Angie, check Dunblane School, look up Dunblane School and read about what happened with their kids.
I've actually seen that, Blue Eyes. It was
Blue Eyes, are you on about Jess Rennie?
That's her, Jess Rennie. And Jess Rennie said she would go in and do it again. Do you know?
And then John said the same.
We've got a good heart, but that John Sheild said the same. But we're all made out that we're all the bad ones. We're a good crowd, Angie. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But when it comes from different people on TikTok that are doing the wrong things, they must be as bad as them. And no, we're not. No, we're not.
no amount of drink or drugs, no amount of drink or drugs can make you SA somebody. I don't believe.
Can I ask you a question, Debbie? You're saying that the other guy initiated it and they were both intoxicated. Did you see him initiate it, or do you think no, he didn't? I mean, do you know what I mean?
With what I seen, I watched the live and it was John that was initiating everything. I was watching the live and I was horrified, absolutely horrified. Never been so more horrified in all my life. Never seen anything like that in front of my eyes, and I was horrified. And yes, I did report it to the police. I reported it to the police just up the road for myself. So yeah, I did report it. I reported the video. I sent the video into the police.
And see another thing, Angie, as well. Like this John Shields, like. Oh,
did you not see a wee minute? Did you not see the bit where he strangled the guy until he was
I
basically
know. I don't know if that was on the video, unless I missed it. You know,
I seen it on the live. I definitely seen it on the live.
I asked him that question. He said that didn't happen. He said no, it didn't happen. That didn't happen. So maybe I missed it on the video. I don't know if it was even on the video I watched.
And Angie, see how he said about his
video.
See how he said about his phones. Now, he did say that he had a couple of weeks, maybe last week, he said he had got all his phones back. And then in your live, he said he's not getting his phones back till next week.
That's what I thought I heard.
You're a liar.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard. I saw a download.
The whole live was in the chat. Everybody was saying that they heard the exact same.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I thought I'd download that clip, you know what I mean, when I come off. And I didn't want to argue because I do zone out sometimes. You know, I don't know if you watch me, but I do zone out.
I watch all the time, Angie.
Everything what people say.
Angie, can I just say, like yourself, like you're the big creator and loads all on. I just come in and sit and watch her go buy and gift, like going into boxes, no. But like he's on all the time. Everybody knows him from Scotland. Now that has happened in a train station, full the cameras and whatever else. That other man was completely and truly intoxicated, no matter what.
The videos are on Scottish TikTok. If you look Scottish TikTok, you see the full videos, Angie.
Aye, I've seen them, but what I'm trying to explain to Angie is, like, Angie being a creator, right? So if John Shields, now the man was totally
One thing I don't understand, before I forget, I'm going to get brain fog, and this is actually a really big one. He said, right, that he got a warning, that's why he can't get the whole life back on. So did he get live again? Because he's got a little clip of him being drunk in the cab, in the taxi.
He didn't get a warning.
Did he go live to again to prove that, because he thought, shit, what have I done? I've got to pretend to be drunk here, and then go live again. Do you know what I mean? Or was it the same? Was it the same live? Because he said
it was all the same live, Angie. It was the same live.
Did he get banned that night?
No, he didn't get an account ban. I watched the whole lot. He didn't get an account banned at all.
So if he didn't go account ban, he's got the whole video then. He's got the whole screen recording.
Aye. So John's just a compulsive liar. Scotland don't claim him. I live in Glasgow. Scotland don't claim John. John's from Glasgow. Scotland don't claim John at all. John Shields is a wrong'un. If you've not heard of what he done, he's sex. Yes,
someone said no, he did get banned.
Yes, he had his sister when she was younger.
Right, wait a wee minute. I get what you're trying to say, and we know what he's done, but don't bring his sister into it, because that's sad. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
I get what you're trying to say.
Listen, the point I was trying to get across, if he can do it to one person,
you say a family member, then don't make.
Right, I get that, a family member, then. But then it doesn't. It makes it out that he's done this before. So
Angie, there's loads on him, absolutely loads. But can I just say, all I want to say is before I go is, like yourself, you're a big creator, and like you've got everybody in Linz and whatever, and you've got Canadian Angie and Evil Queen and whatever else. Why would John Shields sit in a train station and then video all that? Answer me that.
People have said, by the way, he did get banned. It was a second live.
Angie,
I'm just going by what someone has said in the comments.
He's got all his boys and the people that actually do like him. The biggest half of these comments are so against John.
Angie, what I'll do is at 6 o'clock, I'll jump into your box and I'll stream the Scottish news so you can watch it for yourself.
Oh, is it on at 6, is it?
It's on at 6, so I'll jump in your box at 6 and we'll watch it and see what it says.
That's what I said to you, Angie. Remember, maybe 10 minutes ago, but yeah, it's on the news coming at 6 p.m.
So it's actually on the news on TV as well in Scotland.
Yeah, up in Scotland. Yeah, it's 6 p.m. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, it's on the news.
I want everyone to be back here at 6 p.m. if you do come off now, and we're going to watch the Scottish news at 6.
So that's what I'm saying. So why the hell, Paula, I know what you're doing, you're absolutely amazing. So why would he video that in a train station, Paula, in front of everybody?
He's a wrong, honestly,
Exactly,
Angie. Scotland just does not claim him.
Thank you. Thank you for answering my question. And no, Scotland, I don't claim him. I'm Scottish, and I think the rest of Scotland don't claim him either. Big love, Paula. Honestly, thank you for that.
Me as a host, I just be careful what I say, because obviously he hasn't been found guilty in the eyes of the Lord. Do you know what I mean? And I've got to be careful what I say. You know,
it's true. Innocent until proven guilty.
Last night, do you know what I mean? So it just opened my eyes a little bit. What I can and can't say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. It's innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. But at the end of the day.
Can I just say this, right? Angie, the guy is rotten to the core. He chained his dog for days to the radiator so that he could go out and do whatever he wanted. That's all over Scottish TikTok. The guy is a wrongin', an absolute wrongin'.
Paula, I don't look what happened last week to the wee dog. And
that dog has not seen a vet. It's disgusting. He shouldn't even have the dog. He's a vile
he got nearly £400 off all his wee people that support him to take the dog to the vet. He never done it, and people have all come round his tent to try and get the dog to his vet, and then he got up and went. Angie, that poor dog would break your heart. Break your heart.
Yeah. You can watch the video of that night on Awareness. Awareness 835. There's 2 parts to it. And you can see exactly, the guy is steaming. John's no drunk. He's had a drink, yes, but he's definitely no drunk. But you can see for yourself, when he's saying that he put his head down in his area, the back of his head was on the area. Now, John could have quite easily moved, but John moved his hand onto the guy's groin area. Please go and watch the video for yourself. It was disgusting. I watched it live. Please go and watch it and you can make up your own mind. But I'll be back at 6 o'clock and we'll stream the news, Angie, okay?
So did you say 6, you mean? 6.
John Shields was in here and he's obviously given his side there. Obviously, Angie, I'm not saying that she doesn't know things or she might not know what John Shields has done. We do. But he's came in and gave a whole opposite side to what happened, Paula. And that's what he does. So everybody's going to think, oh, maybe he didn't do it. But honestly, Angie, believe us and watch the news. As Paula said, she's coming in at 6. I'll be here as well, and you'll see it.
I'm just going to stick the comment in the live now. It's Awareness 835. I'll just put it in the now. Go and watch the videos. There's 2 parts. They're the pinned posts. You can watch it for yourselves. And I'll see you at 6 o'clock.
Everybody give Paula a follow. Because what she does is absolutely amazing.
Thanks, guys. Right, I'm going to jump down now, but I'll see you at 6, Ange, okay?
Oh, okay, I'll see you at 6.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Yeah, does anybody else want the box, guys? I'll come off about 5 then, guys, so then I can have an hour break and then I'll be back on at 6.
That's right, Tam. He was at MC's, if I remember. Yeah. Forgot all about that.
Wow. Hello, sorry, there's 3 people in the box and we'll put everybody else in.
These ladies all from a John Hate group, you need to research for yourself.
Hello, is anybody in the box?
Hi, Angela.
Hiya.
I can completely say that John is a complete compulsive liar. What he's put that dog through is nasty, abusive to everybody, and I watched that whole live and it was disgusting.
Right. And did he get banned?
Not as far as I'm aware, and he did say on your live as well that he was getting his phone back next week. Jack was right about that.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard. I was going to download it. Do you know what I mean? To see what he said. Right.
I'm not a hateful person towards anybody, but what that chap he's just a different level, completely wrong.
I mean, even if he didn't get banned, the police should find that live then, because it'd be on his phone, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and like he's saying, he's getting his manager to do it. You all know, like, like screen recording and different things. Like I say, I'm not anybody on here. I just sit and watch your live and whatever. But John knows more than anything else. I don't know how to screen record Angie or do anything like that. But he knows. He would have, I don't care. He knows what he's got. And I know he said the police took it, but he can say his side.
Exactly.
Hey, Red.
Hi, Angie, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, you're right. I'm good.
I'm good.
Do you have an opinion on this, or?
I'm
Okay,
from
what I'll do then
America.
is it's 10 to 5. I'll come off now so I can have an hour break, and then I'll be back on at 6 o'clock for the news.
Okay, Angie, thanks for letting me
I've got to write in this interview. I've got it at 8.
Make sure you get yourself something to eat. I know you said you're hungry.
No, I don't stop eating.
That's okay. It's all right.
See you guys at 6 o'clock. We'll be watching the Scottish news where we will see. We spoke. John, what's his name? John Sheild. Sorry, I get a bit tongue-tied.
Angie, can I just say before you go, Seaman, you were in Hustle's live the other night?
Yeah.
And they all came in at you. Honestly, you cleared them. You were the queen. I kept writing in the comments. I know you probably couldn't see it. But honestly, Angie, you stood your ground with every. You don't need anybody, Angie. You're a one-woman.
I love how my girl holds her own.
Oh, Angie,
It just gets everybody
I've seen you doing some great things, but in that live the other night, you stood your ground 110%. You were brilliant, Angie. But I'll see you at 6, okay?
All right then, brilliant. All right, see you guys at 6.
Okay, bye guys.